Hello students, so today we are going to start a new topic, statistics. This is chapter number 15. So what is statistics? We know that statistics is that branch of mathematics which deals with collection of data for specific purposes, right? In your previous classes you have learned how to plot the data graphically and also in tabular form. You have also learned in class 10 and also in previous classes also how to find the three measures of central tendency, that is mean, median and mode. Okay, so in this chapter we will learn how to get better interpretation of data using some methods. So we will learn new methods in this chapter. So at first we will recall the methods which you have already learned to find mean, median and mode, and next we will go for the new ones. Okay, so how do you find mean for ungrouped data? Mean for ungrouped data is given by summation xi divided by n. What is xi? It is a sum of observations and n is equals to number of observations. Next, for grouped data, you'll get two types, that is discrete frequency distribution and continuous frequency distribution. Now, what is discrete frequency distribution? Such type of distribution are discrete frequency where suppose xi is occurring x1 is occurring f1 number of times, x2 is occurring f2 number of times, xn is occurring fn number of times. So in such type of distribution, how do you find the mean? Mean is given by summation fi xi divided by summation fi, right? Next comes continuous frequency distribution. Now what is continuous frequency distribution? Here you will get intervals. Like for example, suppose marks obtained by number of students are given. So ranging from 0 to 100 is 10, suppose 100 to 200 is equals to 20. So such type of distribution comes under your continuous frequency distribution, right? So mean is given by a plus summation fi di by summation fi into h, where di is equals to xi minus a, where a is called your assumed mean. This method is called what? Assumed mean method. You have also got step deviation method. Whichever method you find comfortable, you can apply. Okay, I have written only one method here. So we'll look at the question and accordingly we will apply. Okay, so next I have written mean deviation about mean. So this is the method which will give a better interpretation of data. Okay, so mean deviation about mean. Deviation means small change in the mean. So mean deviation about mean, what is that? It is the mean of the absolute deviations of a set of data about the data's mean. So we will first of all find the mean of the data, and then we will find deviation of each of the data from the mean. Okay, for finding mean deviation about mean for ungrouped data, mean deviation about mean is given by summation xi minus x bar divided by n. Now here you see modular sign is given. Why modular? Because in the definition itself it is given we will find absolute deviation. So absolute deviation, for that modular sign is given. And here you see in the definition it is mentioned that absolute deviation of what? Absolute deviation of set of data above the data's mean. So set of data is xi, x1, x2, x3. The observations will be given already, and we will find the deviation of each of the observations about mean. Here x bar is 1. This is the mean of the data. Okay. So summation xi minus x bar divided by n will give you mean deviation about mean for ungrouped data. And next comes for grouped data. For this it will be, since in grouped data frequency you will get, so mean deviation about mean will be equals to summation fi xi minus absolute value of xi minus x bar divided by summation fi. You see one thing, the formulas are same as this itself. Only the difference is we will find the deviation of the data. Okay, like for here mean is equals to summation xi by n, and since you are finding deviation, so summation xi minus x bar divided by n. Okay, and here for grouped, summation fi xi by xi is the formula for finding mean, and for deviation you have to find the change in the observation, right? And hence summation fi xi minus x bar divided by summation fi, and here x bar represents what? X bar represents the mean of the observation. Okay, okay, now next let us discuss the methods how to find median, and accordingly we will find the deviation also about median. So in case of ungrouped data, how do you find the median? First of all, we will arrange in either ascending or descending order, and then we will check whether the number of observations are odd or even, and accordingly apply the formula. What is the formula? Median is equals to, for n equals to odd, median is equals to n plus 1 by 2th observation, and for number of observations to be even, median is given by n by 2th observation plus n by 2th plus 1th observation divided by 2. Next, for grouped, again you'll get two types: discrete frequency distribution and continuous frequency distribution. Discrete frequency distribution is this, where number of observations and frequencies are given. Continuous frequency distribution is this, where intervals will be given and accordingly frequencies are also given. Okay. So in case of discrete frequency distribution, median is given by this formula itself, that is for ungrouped. And for continuous frequency distribution, you have already learned before. How do you find the median? Median is given by L plus n by 2 minus c divided by f into h, where L represents what? This is the lower limit of the median class. N is the number of observations, c is the cumulative frequency preceding the median class, f is the frequency of the median class, and h is what? That is the class size. So next comes mean deviation about median. Mean deviation about median is also same as this itself. Only difference is here you have found deviation about mean, and in this case you will find deviation about median. Wherever we have written xi minus mean will be replaced by xi minus median. Okay, I think so. It's clear how to find mean deviation about mean and median, and why do we find this? In order to get better interpretation of data that is collected. Okay, so let's solve few questions on mean deviation about mean and median. Okay, so the first question is, here you see it is what kind of data? It is ungrouped. And for ungrouped data, how do we find mean deviation about mean? That is given by summation xi minus x bar divided by n, where x bar is the mean. So we have to find the mean of this data first. So mean x bar is equals to 4 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 12 plus 13 plus 17 divided by number of observations. How many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so add it. You'll get 80 by 8, that is equals to 10. So mean is equals to 10 now. So we will find the deviation about mean. And what is the rule? Summation modulus of xi minus x bar divided by n. So let's write the observations first. Next we will find xi minus x bar, and then we will find the summation of this. Okay, so xi, that is the number of observations, that is the observations are 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 and 17. And xi minus x bar is equals to 10 here. So 4 minus 10, 4 minus 10 is equals to how much? Minus 6, and modulus of minus 6 is equals to 6. 7 minus 10 is equals to minus 3, and modulus of that is equals to 3. Similarly, you find for the others also. Next, find summation of this. Summation of xi minus modulus of xi minus x bar is equals to 24, and hence mean deviation about mean is equals to summation modulus of xi minus x bar, that is equals to 24 here, and n, that is number of observations, is equals to 8, which is equals to 3. So now you see one thing here, mean is equals to how much? That is equals to 10, and mean deviation about mean, that is change in mean, is equals to how much? 3. So with the help of this value, that is 10, you'll get a rough idea how data are centered. Okay, and with the help of mean deviation about mean, you will get the idea how the data are scattered around the central tendency, that is mean and median. Okay, so that's why we find mean deviation about mean and median, so that we can get a better idea how the data are bunched around the central tendency. Okay, next comes mean deviation about median. So for this, again you have to find the median, and the formula for finding mean deviation about median is, it is same as this itself, only difference is you have to find the deviation about median, right? Okay, so how do you find median of ungrouped data? First of all, we will arrange in either ascending or descending order. So arranging in ascending order, you'll get the data to be 10, 11 occurring 2 times, 12, 13 2 times, 14, 16 twice, 17 twice, 18. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here n is equals to 12, that is even. And the formula for finding median for even observations is equals to 12 by 2th observation plus 12 by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2. So 12 by 2 is equals to 6. 6th observation, which is the 6th observation here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. 12 by 2 is equals to 6, 6 plus 1, 7. 7th observation is equals to 14 divided by 2. That is equals to 27 by 2, which is equals to 30.5. So value of capital M is equals to 13.5 here. Okay, and the next part is same as this itself. So now let's write the values of the observation and also the absolute value of xi minus m. So observations are 10, 11 twice, 12, 13, 14, 16 twice, 17 occurring twice, and 18. And xi minus m is equals to 13.5 here, m equals to 13.5. So 10 minus 13.5, that is equals to minus 3.5, absolute value is 3.5. Next will be 2.5, 2.5, 1.5, 0.5, 0.5, 14 minus 13.5, 0.5, 16 minus 13.5 will be 2.5, 2.5, 17 minus this will be 3.5, 18 minus this will be 4.5. Next, find the summation of this column. The summation of xi minus m is equals to 28, and hence mean deviation about median is equals to 28 divided by n is equals to 12. Seven by 3 that is equals to 2.33. So 2.3. So in the next question also you are given to find the mean deviation about mean, but the difference is what kind of data is it? It is a discrete frequency distribution, right? Here observations and frequencies are given, And how do we find the mean of this? Mean is given by summation fi xi divided by summation fi. Mean is given by x bar, right? And mean deviation about mean in case of discrete frequency distribution is given by summation fi, absolute value of xi minus x bar divided by summation fi. Okay, so first of all we will find the mean for this. Let us make the chart. Xi, fi, we need fi xi, we need absolute value of xi minus x bar, and at the end fi xi minus x bar. Okay, substitute the values now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, fi 7, 4, 6, 3, 5. Okay, calculate it now. fi xi is equals to 35, 40, 90, 60, 125. Let's find mean first. For mean we need to find summation fi and summation fi xi. Summation fi will be equals to 25 and fi xi 350. So mean is equals to 350 divided by 25, that is equals to 14. Okay, next find absolute value of xi minus x bar. So absolute value of xi minus x bar will be equals to 5 minus 14, that is equals to 9. 10 minus 14, 4, 1, 6 and 11. Next find fi multiplied by xi minus x bar. 63, 16, 6, 18 and 55. In order to find mean deviation about mean, we need the summation of this column. So summation of fi xi minus x bar is equals to 3 plus 6, 158, and hence mean deviation about mean is equals to 158 divided by summation fi, that is equals to 25, divide it 50, 3 is 75, 6.32. So 6.32 is the mean deviation about mean for the given data. So students, next question is also same as the previous one. You are given to find mean deviation but about median, and in this case it is a discrete frequency distribution. Okay, so in case of discrete frequency distribution, how do we find median? Median formula is same as for ungrouped data. And mean deviation about median is given by summation fi xi minus m divided by summation fi. Okay, so at first we will find the median. Okay, so for that let us make the chart. Xi, fi, we'll find cumulative frequency here. Why? Because in case of finding median, we need the observation. That is, if you get 12th observation or 6th observation, how do you find it out? For that we will find cumulative frequency. Next we need xi minus m, absolute value of this, and finally fi, absolute value of xi minus m. Okay, so xi are 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 15, fi 8, 6, 2, 2, 2, 6, cumulative frequency 8, 8 plus 6, 14, 14 plus 2, 16, 16 plus 2, 18, 18 plus 2, 20, 20 plus 2, 26. The summation fi is equals to 26, this value is same. So n is equals to 26 here, that is even. And for even observations, median is equals to n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2, that is equals to 13th observation. Now which is the 13th observation here? 13th observation will lie here, right? Up to this you will get 8th observation. 13th observation will lie here, that is equals to 7. Next 14th observation. 14th observation is also equals to 7. So median is equals to 7 here. Okay, next find this column. 5 minus 7, that is equals to minus 2, and modulus of that is equals to 2. Next 0, 2, 3, 5, 8. Next summation, next we will find fi into modulus of xi minus n. Multiply these two columns, 16, 0, 4, 6, 10 and 48. Find the summation. We will get 84. Hence, mean deviation about median is equals to 84 divided by summation fi. Summation fi is equals to 26. Divide it. Six, 4, 39. So 3.23 is the mean deviation about median. Next we will learn how to find mean deviation about mean in case of continuous frequency distributions. Okay. So now while finding mean in case of continuous frequency distribution, you can either apply the direct method, that is summation fi xi by summation fi, or assume mean method or step deviation method. Whichever method you find comfortable, you do it. Okay. So I'll find it out using the direct method itself. So mean deviation about mean is given by summation fi modulus of xi minus x bar divided by summation fi. So you'll find the values first. So now here you see, since it is continuous frequency distribution table, xi, the observations are not given. You will find it out. How do we find it out? Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. In each will give you x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, dot dot dot. Okay, so these are the class intervals. Next, the frequencies are given fi. We need xi. We'll find it out. fi xi. Next, we'll find the absolute value of xi minus x bar. And finally, fi xi minus x bar. So the class intervals are 0 to 100. Now one thing students, you check whether the intervals are continuous or not. If it is not continuous, you make it continuous. Okay, so here it is already given in continuous. 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 300 to 400, 400 to 500, 5 to 6, and the frequencies are 4, 8, 9, 10, 7, 5, 4, 3. Xi, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2 will give you 50. 100 plus 200 is 300. 300 by 2 is equals to 150. 200 plus 300 is equals to 500. 500 divided by 2 is equals to 250. Now you see what is the difference. 150 minus 50 is 100. 250 minus 150 is 100. That means don't calculate it directly. You add 100 to each. Okay. So 250 plus 100 is equals to 350. Next will be 450, 550, 650 and 750. Next find FIXI. FIXI is equals to 200, 1200, 2250, 3500, 3150, 2750, 600, 2250. Find summation Fi and summation FIXI. Summation Fi will be equals to 50. FIXI is equals to 17900. Okay, so X bar, that is mean, is equals to 17900 divided by 50. 5 cancel, divide it, here get 29, 350. Okay, so we have found the mean here. So next we will find absolute values. 50 minus 358 will be equals to 308. Next 208. 92. 192. Next, find F5 multiplied by this. Seven, 6. Next, find summation of xi. Fi xi minus x bar. 7896, and hence deviation about mean is equals to 7896 divided by summation Fi, that is equals to 50 divided 157. The last one is calculate the mean deviation about median, and this is a continuous frequency distribution. So the formula for finding mean deviation is summation Fi xi minus m divided by summation Fi, right? And how do we find median in case of continuous frequency distribution? That is given by L plus n by 2 minus c divided by f into h, where n is the lower limit of the median class, n is the number of observations, c is the cumulative frequency preceding the median class, f is the frequency of the median class, and h is the class size. Let's find the chart now. So class intervals, now you see one thing here, the class intervals are not continuous, okay? So you have to make it continuous first. So make it continuous. It will be 15.5 to 20.5. Okay, next we'll write the frequency 12, 14, 26, 12, 16 and 9. Okay, so we need to find cumulative frequency here. So cumulative frequency is given by 5, next 5 plus 6, 11, 11, 12, 23, 37, 63, 75, 91 and 9, that is equals to 100. So n is equals to 100 here, this value has to be same, and n by 2 is equals to 50. Now where will 50 lie? 50 will lie here, and hence this is the median class. N by 2 is equals to 50, 50 will lie here, and hence median class is equals to how much? 35.5 to 40.5, where value of L is equals to 35.5. We also need xi in order to find the mean deviation about median. Xi is equals to lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, 18. Next will be 23, 28, 33, 38, 43, 48, 53. Next xi minus m, and the last is fi xi minus m. Okay, let's find median first. So m is equals to L is equals to 35.5 plus n by 2 is equals to 50 here, minus C. What is C? That is the cumulative frequency preceding the median class, which is equals to, this is the median class, cumulative frequency preceding the median class is 37 divided by F. What is the frequency of median class? That is 26, and this whole thing multiplied by H. H is the class size, that is equals to 5 here. We calculate it. (35.5) plus 5 by 2 is 2.5, which is equals to 38. Value of M is equals to 38 here. 18 minus 38 is 20. Next, find Fi multiplied by this 100 find the summation of this column. And hence mean deviation about median is equals to 735 divided by summation Fi, that is equals to 100, which is equals to 7.35. So I think so it's clear how to find mean deviation about mean and mean deviation about median for ungrouped data, for discrete frequency distribution and also continuous frequency distribution. So you practice once and let me know if you have any doubt regarding this exercise. Okay, so I end today's class. Thank you students, take care.